lower the minus armor. So I wouldn't say this is the worst game for Sven. I'm just thinking about like these mid-late game fights where he's gonna like have to pop a BKB to get out of the Treant Protector ulti, can't protect himself. He's not like a Linken's buyer. In terms of saves, there is global, there is relocate, but is that gonna be enough? I think Lorinov, he will need to pop off one more time, and I feel like the name of the game for level up is gonna be stacking. How many stacks they can make for Storm Spirit on the big camps, and later on for Sven on the ancient camps, where he can actually get the farm, match up with the farm that Alchemist is gonna do.
Well, speaking of the ancient camp, it's blocked. Ducalis went right over to that area with super speed and went over there, threw down an obs, threw down a sentry, and he kind of reads the game plan right away. They've charged up
my man Ducalis, he's listening. He's listening to what I'm saying. Just kidding. And the Hawk?
I don't.
Okay, there's the Hawk on him. He rooted him.
Let's see if they can get this kill. Another Hawk, another root, and this will be first blood for this Clockwork. That's definitely not the game plan there, because Sweden Strong gets aggressed on. He's down to half health. He's got 2 stacks of tangos, but he's going to be forced to go and eat into that regen early. And now your Sven has to be kind of careful in lane. He dies again. He's got no TP.
Also, the way they set up the lanes, like lane partner for Primal Beast, usually you would want to pair him up with some extra damage, because Treant Protector Alchemist, they're not gonna die. They're super tanky. 1 point in Leech Seed can mitigate most of the damage that you deal with the Primal Beast, and I feel like this lane is just gonna be won by Nigma Galaxy, and there's the kill again. This is one of those lanes where it starts really bad, especially with Clockwork, because Clockwork can easily punish them, and he's bringing something onto the courier. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a lot of regen. I thought he might pick up the boots, but wants to regen up, get some extra for the Llama. When you start a lane like this, as a Silencer Sven, you're really going to struggle, because maybe like level 2, level 3, you want to put some pressure, get a kill, get a return kill, Sven gets the solo XP, Silencer dies, but they're going to struggle. So I already see 2 lanes being won by Nigma Galaxy, and mid lane, it's been a while since I saw the matchup, Dead Prophet. There's been some like changes. Spirit damage has been increased on Exorcism, extra 5 seconds duration in the previous patch. So should be a good one, but Lorinov is CSing nicely.
And that's one of the big things, right? Like, when we think about Hawk, there's been times where he's had some, like, interesting lanes that haven't exactly gone his way, but a lot of those games have had Lorinov pop off, where he doesn't die, where he gets a lot of kills early, he moves around the map, and he opens up the map for Hawk to have that recovery space and then some. So a lot of the games that Level Up have played do kind of, like, hold in the balance on your mid.
It's going to be a lot on his shoulders this game as well. Him and Odme, they will need to pop off. Silencer, Io, these are not the most aggressive position 4 and 5, so it needs to be someone else starting the fights. Lorinov, he has backup coming up from Io with the battery. Give him that mana, and also...
He's kind of low, but he's able to walk away, but they've got the root from the Hawk. Milan now getting run down here, and there's a nice little rocket to get the kill on a Milan. The Hawk's just not doing well with this Hawk that constantly is rooting him, slamming down on top of him. He throws out a Stormhammer, and it's just very frustrating to run or even go for a Beastmaster. Look at this. It's level 2 of Call the Wild on the Hawk, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, sometimes you are your greatest enemy. Being able to defeat yourself, your own weaknesses. Let's see if the Hawk is going to be able to do so. Running low on regen in this lane, have 1 tango to work with. There's some on Milan, but again, playing very aggressive.
Yeah, but they don't have the Arcane Curse and or the last word to follow that up. Otherwise, Double-elimination, I think, is dead to rights. They still might go for it the second the Stormhammer's back up, but it's still got a significant cooldown left. Arcane Curse, last word, and a Stormhammer. They're going to need 1 more right-click. They'll get the damage from that Arcane Curse.
That was a bit too aggressive.
Their way. Yeah.
Maybe he should have waited until he gets level 3 on Clockwork, pulled the lane back so they have more space to work with, but dies. They use some resources. Silencer relatively low on mana, and now we can see that Sweden Strong's trying to figure out what's happening. knows that it's blocked, so need to bring the sentry, unblock that ancient camp. Teolikor is going to secure the rune for Atlantic.
Yeah, I'll pick up that water rune and get those 2 sips on that bottle. Basically pretty even over here mid, 23 and 4 to the 21 and 4, and Double-elimination now dealing with that last word as well as the arcane curse. That'll eventually wear out. He's got himself 10 charges in that stick, which he'll pop. He's got another Tango to eat as well.
Level up using this
Tango
opportunity. They know Teolikor will try to go and find someone in the river, secure the rune, so they try to play slightly more aggressive onto the Vailama. He's still in a good spot. When it comes down to CS, could have had slightly more, but they're doing a good job harassing them. And top lane, Alchemist, complete free farm. That's the biggest part for Luna Galaxy, because they're not stacking anything at the moment, but they know that this Alchemist cannot die unless Storm Spirit rotates. So 6-minute rune, very important for, again, both of the teams. More important, I would say, for Lorinov to pick it up so he can maybe get the Arcane, maybe get the Region, and try to gank the side lane.
And they were putting damage on mid and in that off lane. Lorinov just getting chased, and they get that Crypt Swarm to get the kill. Sweet and Strong tethered in, but Lorinov just chased down, and that's without Exorcism that he gets that solo kill.
Still has Catapult to play with.
He might
so
just
with
pop
Exo, he might pop it, and I can expect Luna Galaxy to maybe even bring both supports to the mid lane, secure this tower, maybe secure another kill on Storm Spirit pre-level 6.
That's exactly what they're doing. Teolikor is going to be coming over. You've got Ducalis coming in over mid, and it's Sweet and Strong. He's in and out of the spot while the Hawk goes down, and
that
he's
is
dead.
Not his side of the map.
No. That's 2 kills across the board, and it's 6-1 all of a sudden, and this is going to be a lot of damage coming through under your tier 1 over mid.
Exo still 25% left on it. Yeah. So some damage is going to be dealt, but there's still Catapult. Lorinov just hit level 6. So they're going to try to do something with it.
Oh, he's got that stick, and now the TP's there. Milan actually might be the one in trouble. He's trying to just get a kill here, but the axes are thrown, and, well, we've got ourselves a Brazilian scoreline.
7-1. Yeah, speaking of that, Teolikor doing really good with another battery. They might even try to put some more pressure onto Sven. The Hawk just throwing it there, thinking there's going to be enough damage, but the Vailama has a pretty good understanding how much he can tank.
He's also got some help for the Trine, who took an early level into the living armor. They find him, though, and they've got the Vortex, they have the Trample, and they'll get that kill. Now they're knowing, yeah, Trine's coming over. We got to make sure that we get this stack. We got to clean it up. Assume they have a ward there. They were pinging it out immediately. I think both sides actually even pinged it, knowing that there's probably a Radiant ward there as well. But only just the Radiant. Wisdom runes. Picked up. So Teolikor gets his, and Sweet and Strong gets the other one.
Sweet and Strong took the bottle from Lorinov, picked up that XP rune, and is going to bring the bottle back to the mid lane.
What courier service? That costs extra. Same day redelivery. So the Hawk gets level 6. Now he's got God Strength available. The question is Lorinov going to come down here? Is he going to look to make a move? You're dealing, of course, with Double-elimination, who's level 6 as well. He's got the Primal Roar. They have that lockdown to go with the Clockwork that can play aggressive. So what does the Hawk do? Does he just use this God Strength strictly to farm? And, well, for right now, that really is the answer.
Supports on side of level up, like they need level 6 on Silencer to be able to get some extra control. Primal Beast on me, he's doing really well. I think they should use him as a tool to fight, because the Hawk, he doesn't want to take a fight. He's popping that ulti, farming the jungle right now, but so is Alchemist. This is the scariest version of Sven. He's being left alone, so Shad completely uncontested, stacking for himself, getting some of the good camps, the golems, so that's going to be a lot of extra gold coming out from him. This is going to be like 11, 12-minute radiance on Alchemist.
Gonna make the lives of level up very rough. You know, some say the golems get you gone, but when the golems split, the golems get you gold. And that's working out for Shad for sure. And they get a bottom tier 1 tower. And this is the pressure that we talked about that Nigma Galaxy was going to have here with this Beastmaster. You know, having the boar at level 3, having the ability to push, especially since they dominated the lane. It's no surprise that they get that tower. I think it's a little bit surprising maybe they didn't get the mid-tier 1 tower, but they did use that exorcism, and truthfully, it may not be long for this world anyway.
Level Up, they're definitely on the clock. They feel like, no pun intended, they're actually on the clock. They're jumping him. But
yeah, they're going in, get that kill.
It feels like they need to do something. They feel pressure to make rotations because when it comes down to the mid-late game, their lineup just doesn't scale as good as Nigma Galaxy. Because Sven, sure, he's better if we compare him to 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago when it comes down to carrying the games on Sven, because you have all of these neutral items, Moonshard, Aghanim Scepter, and you can finally upgrade some of your items. They're thinking about it. Global Silence not available.
Got Pulverize, so they're gonna drop him down. The Nature's Grass is right there for them to fight in. Going for that Arcane Rune while the fight's going on, and they're turning it around onto Omi. Creep Swarm, Spirit Siphoning, Seeds of Serenity down for a second. As Xantic uses that pig pole, and they do get themselves that Primal Beast out. But Storm's working with a bottled Arcane Rune. Maybe they look to go back in, but Omi not dealing with a lot of health, and that Rocket Flare is there. They've got 4 heroes for both sides. Even the carries to farm, but I don't really think Level Up have the better fight of this, especially without the Global Silence available.
That's going to be another tower. They need to let it go. Maybe they can get the kill on Shad in the top lane. He's being pinged out. Gets the ulti off. There needs to be some kind of a rotation to try to save him. God's Strength.
Hammer, God's Strength, and he's charging up a stun. He'll throw it out with the Ball of Lightning with the Vortex. With that Arcane Rune, Ornoff's ready to go.
They made a 4-man rotation to the mid lane. Shad needed to be slightly more careful. There's the whole jungle for him, so that's going to delay his Radiance by a bit. Still going to be that 11-12 minute Radiance that we mentioned. Global Silence finally available, but I do love the build on Xantic. One of the reasons why he survived there is his itemization now has Rod of Aethos, so that's going to keep either Primal Beast, mostly going to be used on the Storm Spirit, has Fairy Fire, Magic Wand, Power Tread, so all of this extra strength, even the neutral item, Big Bolt, 5 attributes, so making him super tanky, almost 2000 HP, 10 minutes into the game.
What I really liked about that move, though, from Level Up, is while they were going to get that kill up top on the Alchemist, they were still looking to stack, and using that God Strength with Daha coming up, he's able to clear both the big camp and the Ancient stack. So, you know, that's a good amount of gold going his way, but still, this Alchemist, free farming, despite the fact that he died, he's still going to have himself a pretty quick Radiance.
And there it is. Has the component flying out to him, 12 minute.
And he's still just stacking for himself. He's very efficient with the farm, and he's getting another Golem camp. Gold never looks so good. They continue to find the Alchemist a lot of farm, and he's got about a 1,200 gold lead over the Sven. They see themselves this Tree Protector, and they'll have the control to get the kill. Maybe they could get a tier 1 tower off of this of their own, because they need to start chipping into these buildings and opening up the map for themselves, because like we mentioned in the draft, the more towers they lose the earlier on, their map's going to be squeezed on them, and they need to open up the space for the Hawk, right?
Pretty much. Both teams need to play 4 versus 4, because usually it's 4 versus 5, but both carries want to farm, but seems like Shad has a different
global
thinking. He wanted to go in, gets the self stun, Global Silence, Theo's in.
Yeah, he's in. He's level 6. He's got 2 heroes stuck in the cogs. They go to the Rod of Aethos. They get the kill into Sweden Strong. They'll take out Milan, looking for that overgrowth, but it's just out of reach. And they will escape with one more as that TP gets out there for Owned Me. So they almost get a couple more with that overgrowth, but it just misses. They're going to get another tier 1 tower, though. They've got the Exorcism. They've got the Beastmaster right there. So all the tier 1 towers on the side of Level Up are gone.
Nigma Galaxy, they have a really good timing coming out. Next time they hit level 12 on that Prophet, so level 2 Exo, big power spike, BKB on Alchemist, also Helm of the Overlord about to be finished on Divine Llama. So they can keep fighting, but they can also farm. Their late game is much more superior, and they're buying all these small items, like we mentioned, the itemization on Xantic, but also Teolicor. Drums, like just pump up as most damage as you can, add some extra damage from the Vlads, which makes them even more tanky against the Sven. Woo, shot, barely misses.
Oh, small range onslaught avoids that hook shot, even with the Rod of Atos coming in. While all this is going on, though, I'm watching as Shad, not only does he pick up the Wisdom Rune, he restacks the Ancient Cap that he's farming, and he's almost got himself BKB ready to go.
I think he's the player who stacked the most on his team. Being a position 1, understands like what the strengths of the heroes are, and then stacks for himself, gets the gold going. He's already 2k gold. Yeah, there it is. 6 stacks, the most stacks in the game.
Yeah, it's no surprise. He was farming those 2 camps very efficiently, where Double-elimination is standing right now. So he's been doing a very good job of making gold for himself and basically making it out of thin air. I mean, that's what an alchemist does.
I tend to lie a lot, and I'm really glad when I don't, when it's like backed up by the stats. It's a feel-good moment. Let me just enjoy it for a couple of seconds, B-Cup.
Okay, moment of silence.
Okay, we can go. Thank you.
Okay, cool. No problem. But yeah, I agree with you. It's always nice to see your stats come up and look really good. I'm not as good at that. I'm like, oh yeah, hooks 100%.
And then 17, it's like 11.
6%, yeah. And
he was farming with it. Same goes for arrows. So BKB done on Alchemist, level 2 ulti on Dead Prophet about to be finished, plus Helm of the Overlord locked for Divine Llama. So this is the big timing. So I feel like Luna Galaxy right now should try to take a fight. Roshan is on the Dire side, so they can try to make a move there, take a fight, maybe even get Roshan afterwards.
So my question to you is, now that he's got Radiant's BKB, obviously he's still looking to farm, but is Shad just willing to fight?
Yeah, most definitely. He showed in the previous fight that he wants to join. Let's see if they can jump him. Storm Spirit with the Sven. He just purchased Blink. It's being delivered by the courier. So maybe they can try to burst him. There is some backup coming out from Ducalis. He's right behind him with the Overgrowth. But if there's a global silence, they might be able to burst him down with Sven ulti from 100 to 0.
By the way, Dahak, we talked about it when they picked that Sven. He's already got that shard queued up, so he's ready to have that upgrade for that war cry. And you can see Ducalis, he's in the trees. He is just breaking the smoke, making their lives miserable on the side of level.
10 seconds until Chemical Rage. Got the BKB off.
No man's land. So yeah, they go to the pulverized post BKB, but they're going to TP in with this Death Prophet. The Overgrowth comes in as well as the hook shot. They're going to relocate off to the side. He's got the tether on a Warnoff, getting him out of the fight. So right now, split, nobody dead, but Milan's going to fall here, eventually run down by Double-elimination with that boar, and especially that battery salt that was coming in. But if that's all they lose right now, that's really not that bad. They will have to lose Sweet and Strong on the back end of the relocate, but truthfully, it looked like Warnoff was dead to rights. They were in a horrible position to lose just your supports. Isn't the worst feeling, but it is really great for Luna Galaxy because they also get Roche.
Yeah, they get it for free. You use Global Silence, you use Sven God Strength. That means you can't take a fight. Quick fingers coming out from Shad, getting that BKB off, even though there was no Chemical Rage, so he didn't die. And now he's like, okay, Sven's gonna go for the Warcry, get that shard of his own, so I want to build into AC straight away. I like the AC build-up a lot, since you're playing into Sven, making your team much more tanky. This is what the Hawks also thinking. They understand that their timing needs to be right now. With every single fight that they lose, their chances of winning the game are much lower. And yeah, he's getting initiated on, being scouted. Can they kill Dino at least? Yes, they can. 250.
Ooh. Just some good gold. Sven doing 95% of that damage. Warnoff comes in, cleans up the Dino, gets 250 gold. Great value for the mana that was used in the time for the Storm Spirit. Deep ward here, Milan's under it. Sweet and Strong's also under it. They're going to place down a sentry, but the hookshot's going to come through. They've got Warnoff coming off to the side. Pushed away via the Cog. Seeds of Serenity are down. It's Zenta coming in with a shield rune. Warnoff, though, he's got to start to run. The silence landed from Xantic. They've got the Primal Roar to follow it up. The Core is already dead with the Stormhammer hitting onto 2. They've got the Overgrowth, and will just get him out with that tether and the relocate.
Sweet and Strong, he's been on point with those relos. every single time
not
he
giving up his
saves
life for this
someone,
one.
and yeah, seems like they don't want to take the fight. There is Observer behind the tower, which is scouting them out as we speak.
That's
Still holding
well
the
done.
Aegis for 3 minutes on Shad. These are like very difficult fights for level up to take. They need to do a lot during the global silence. Primal Beast runs in. Sven, he's not even buying BKB this game. That's a bit of an interesting one. Maybe he thinks, you know, I'll get stunned by Beastmaster, get stunned by Treant Protector even more. So I see Crystallis. The way he's thinking is, I want to deal as much damage as possible. Like, we need to blow up the target that we jump, because if we don't, the same thing is going to happen that happened like 2 minutes ago when they tried to go on Alchemist. Didn't have enough. All they needed was like 2 extra hits pretty much to finish him off. So I can understand what the Hawk is doing there.
They are losing their 2-2 over bottom, and they're not getting the tier 1 over mid. They are going to smoke, so if they can get a couple kills out of that, that's always good for level up. But again, they're getting squeezed on the map. I will say, though, that last fight, if they're able to not take any casualties on the amount of commitment that came in from Nigma Galaxy like that, then level up are definitely buying more minutes into the game. No ball lightning, they've got the Vortex. Silence is there, but there's the Rod of Atos. But Sweet and Strong is the Hawk. They've got the Stormhammer. Now the Pulverized to follow it up. They'll get the Global Silence to make sure that they're going to get this kill onto Exantic. They'll follow it up with a lot of damage onto Ducalis, as there's the Ball Lightning. Lornoff running out of mana, though. He's got himself a couple of sips left on the bottle. They'll look for the dust. They'll look at Dive Lama.
They got another stun.
They will. And the Onslaught's there. They've got themselves a fourth. They take out everybody but Shad, and that is certainly buying time. That is buying yourself a lot of gold back into the game and a lot of damage coming in from the Hawk.
Oh, this is supposed to be like few good minutes for Nigma Galaxy. Shad is holding on to Aegis for another minute and 40 seconds, but he was nowhere near the fight. Some great initiation. Clockwork gets deleted immediately. They don't follow it up with the global silence, so they're waiting. And this Road of Atos, you see, and then the jump. That was the big one. The Hawk getting in and managing to blow up Dead Prophet plus the Primal Beast. Some good spell use. They didn't overlap anything, and they get another one from Lornoff. Having this Mana Sustain from Io, Mech, Soul Ring, and they get one for free.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. They didn't overlap any of the spells. Nothing, like, the timings were just so stretched. That fight was really nice. So they'll get a shard now, which will be put onto Milan. He's happy as he finally puts that 1 point into Glaives. Now he's going to start stealing that that intelligence, because he just got that and hasn't gotten any into just yet.
Not that type of a game, unfortunately, for Milan.
Yeah, you could see the shift that he had to make, though, right? Like, he needed that extra damage with the last word and the Arcane Curse in the lane to try and get anything, and they did end up getting that kill onto the Clockwork. But it's also very important in these fights, too. These heroes do kind of want to use their spells and everything like that. If you can get a silence out, maybe you get another pick off, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. Didn't really need the Glaives.
AC now completed. On Alchemist, Age is gone in a couple of seconds, so this is going to be 5 versus 5. Nigma Galaxy, he lost 6,000 gold in like the span of 2 minutes.
This fight might be ill-advised because they don't have this Aegis, but they will find the Sven. They'll go to the Primal Roar. Great Lotus Orb. That's going to reflect back and push them off to the side. They go to the BKB. Shad's trying to go in on this. He still has the Lotus Orb on him. There's the hook shot on him on. Off to the side, though, is Lornoff as well as Sweet and Strong. They lose just the silencer. But that was BKB usage. That was hook shot, Primal Roar coming through. And, well, they don't get anything more than a position 5. Level Up have been playing these fights really well, and it is just saving them for what was a great big lead for Nigma Galaxy.
Only he's itemizing, not for himself. He's itemizing for the team, picking up this Lotus Orb that he's going to put onto Sven. So you got to decide whether you want to use this Roar. Also great way of dispelling Dead Prophet Silence, Road of Atos, Overgrowth. So thinking one step ahead. Owned Me, he's been, kind of silent, I would say, when it comes down to what he's been doing in this game, but so far he's been doing the job. It's nothing flashy. He didn't die. He did well in the lane and correct itemization. Now going for the heart, something that we do see on the Primal Beast that like makes them super tanky, so they can reset multiple times.
Yeah, The itemization has been really nice. In the last few fights that they've had, Luna Galaxy have lost just their support. It's like the fight that happened over top when they were caught out of position was just Sweden Strong and Milan. That last fight, just Milan. When they took the fight over mid and they took 4 heroes out, they didn't lose anything. So level up, I mean, they have played the last, I would say, 10 minutes or so, pretty much perfect to a T, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're like, even the heroes that they lost, it wasn't anything too big, because Lorinov, he didn't die in a long time. Neither did the Hawk. We just mentioned that Only didn't die a single time. And
Lorinov hasn't died since that solo kill.
Yeah, pretty much. And now, next wave of items. I see a lot of Lotus Orbs also being queued up on Luna Galaxy. There's like 3, 4 of them. The only one who doesn't have Lotus Orb queued up is Alchemist.
Man, 4 Lotus Orbs. Well, what an item. I mean, you see it do so much work in a fight like that. After it reflects the Primal Roar, you're like, yeah, you know what? That's a great item.
You can't get jumped by Sven, who doesn't have BKB, so he can't reflect that back. Storm Spirit doesn't have Ags yet. Primal Beast as well. Pulverize, very powerful ability. Remove the global silence. So I can see what Luna Galaxy is all about. And it also gives you armor against Sven, so that's a big one.
Top lane, Theocore is looking for somebody to go and use that hook shot on. And there's the Chemical Rage, as well as the right clicks coming through on him along the Force Staff, but it's over to the side of Luna Galaxy. He's not getting out of this. And hook shots off the mark. Do they want to reinitiate? Hawk's thinking about it. He's got this Silver Edge. Maybe they're waiting for this Chemical Rage to run out. And they're not even going to wait for it to run out. They're just going to go in. Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. Look at the damage on the Shad. They go to the Overgrowth, but now they've got the Lotus Orb on the Hawk. Global Silence was used as well as the buyback from Milan, but they're able to retreat and get back up to the high ground in this triangle.
Oh, that buyback plus Global Silence, if it comes in 1 second early, Sven doesn't get disarmed. Maybe he manages to get the kill on Alchemist, but yeah, now you don't have this big tool that has been used throughout the Dota history. Buyback on Silencer, pop that Global afterwards. Next Roshan's going to be available in 1 minute and 30 seconds, so it's still going to be on the dire side. Luna Galaxy can start prepping for it. They do have good vision near the enemy triangle. At least they might actually devour both of them with 1 sentry. There's another one available.
Yeah. Need to be careful. They're setting up here with this smoke to try and make a move. They don't have buyback on Milan, so he really needs to be sitting far back, and they don't have global for another minute. This is a very ambitious attempt, but knowing that they have to keep the pressure on with the timer on Roche coming to an end and sensing that. So Omi's going to stand forward, but what's the positioning of Luna Galaxy going to be like, and can they get anything out of this? You see already in the trees that Theocore is ready with this Clockwork as well as Xantic.
They also have tier 1 tower to TP to plus an outpost. I mean, TP to the tower is much faster. They have buybacks available. They have Watcher vision.
Only on the Beast and the Treant, though.
Yeah, plus they also have vision near the Lotus Pool.
Yeah, great ward. I mean, this is really prepping for the exact fight that they want.
It is 2 dinosaurs battling it out.
Somebody's going to hit the tar pit. Slow, Lotus Orb reflecting a lot. That reflects the Rod of Atos, and now they're going to continue to reflect all these spells, but they go to the Overgrowth. That's going to hit on Milan as well as Omi. They're going to relocate him out. Milan ends up dead. He's down for 70 seconds. Ball lightning off to the side. Lorinov needs to get out of harm's way, and he is not got a lot of mana remaining, so that's a little bit rough to not have that Silencer for 55 and Roche being up, but everything is down except the Primal Roar on the side of Luna Galaxy.
Level up, not going to contest it.
Yeah, they're just going to let it go. That's a little bit of a shocker, but I guess despite the fact that, you know, they don't have Hook Shot, Chemical Rage is on cooldown, they're still working with the Exorcism. They'll give up that second Roche.
Not a clean execution by any means from Luna Galaxy, getting in, like using most of their abilities onto Primal Beast, who like even got to relocate. I don't think that was necessary, but you know, try to figure out how much damage this guy can tank, and he can tank a lot, as we've seen in the previous one. He also has Ogre Seal Totem, Lotus Orb for himself. This is like effective They need to deal 10,000 damage to him to be able to get the kill on Primal Beast. With all the healing, with like all the Lotuses, how long the fight's gonna take with regeneration from hard kicking in.
Right.
Lotuses, speaking of that, are coming online for Luna Galaxy. One available on Teolic Core. Atlantic has one of his own.
You got to think they're not going to buy all 4, right? Like, I was thinking,
I think
Lotus or I'm thinking though, wouldn't you want the blink dagger on the Treant Protector? Like, that's the blink.
If there's global silence, you still are not going to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And both the supports
Lotus Orbs
on Luna Galaxy, they do have Philosopher's Stone. So Big Boy Philly, that extra money kicking in. So eventually they will get it.
Yeah, but
Hawk, he's hunting.
There's Big Boy Philly, but then there's Ogre Seal Totem, which is one of my favorites because I always just think of a seal when you use it.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Like if you're not thinking of what a seal noise is when you're using that,
I know you did replicate the seal noises to me multiple times.
Yeah, you just. But it's crazy because I'll do it off camera and like you'll just be like, oh, you're an Ogre Seal Totem now. Yes, it's my life. I'm trying to think of like the noises all neutrals would make. Seeds of Serenity? No idea. Ooh. Let's see. Doc? Playing very deep, but TPing out. All right. There we go. I was a little worried for him.
It's a very aggressive move from him. Maybe he gets the kill, global silence to try to bail him out of the trouble, but these Lotuses are going to remove the global silence. Abilities that can't stop him from TPing out. The Vailama saw that Shadow Blade, Silver Edge upgraded, picks up the gem. I mean, Ducalis is the one who grabbed it, but they want to get rid of the vision. They want to see him come in and jump. I love the itemization on Luna Galaxy this game. They understand where the real threat is coming from. Now the Vailama picking up. He's going for Heaven's Halberd. I believe that's the full halberd being delivered to him as we speak.
If Heaven's got halberd, what does Hell have?
It's a good question.
Lion?
They got Finger.
Yeah. That seems to be...
Hell's Finger.
Yeah, that seems to be all they have. They are putting the pressure on. They're going to even go over to the high ground with this Aegis, so they know what they want. Abyssal Blade, by the way, in the backpack of Shad.
I think that needs to be swapped for a BKB, but maybe he wants to play it safe, wants to have something to dispel things off, and they got the tower, so that's what they came for. They can reset again with another Chemical Rage.
I mean, they get that pretty easily. Just walk the high ground. They're also waiting to make another move. They're waiting up on the high ground. Hawk. Lurking, spinning. These heroes not coming close enough until that rocket flare. Scout them a little bit of vision, knowing where they're going to. Scan comes out from the Dire, and that's going to connect on Omi. So, again, the information is there. We'll see how Luna Galaxy choose to go about it because they're constantly throwing rocket flares over there. They're looking to see as much as they can, and I think Level Up getting a little bit scared. They're going to TP out of that. Five-man smoke is, yeah, you see Luna Galaxy, they kind of cross over, but they're a little bit late to act.
They wanted to find something. This one on the top is going to get devorded. This is the most obvious place that Radiant places an Observer Ward where they want to hide in the trees, protect Roshan, TP to Outpost with the buyback. So that gets devorded immediately. Nice try from Level Up, but they didn't get anything out of it. Chad, he's in. That's a tanky target,
Pulverize. Both pretty tanky at the moment. They have the Arcane Curse, so Shad just going to keep hitting at these buildings, and eventually the Hawk's going to come back into this and look to maybe fight, but there's still some time on this Aegis, only 3 seconds. So can they time it right? They blink out, and they're going to have that Aegis expire, and the escape is perfect right now from Luna Galaxy. And that is quite nice. 12K net worth lead Luna Galaxy in control with that Aegis, but now if you look at the win probability, by the way, it's still about 50-50. It's 55-45, but It's close considering the lead. Obviously, a touch inflated.
They're really giving them respect. They don't want to risk anything every single time. They might be too timid, maybe respecting the buybacks coming out. There's like nothing to pull them into tier 4 towers. It's just like chemical rage is down, your Aegis is expiring, so they're gonna wait for third Roche potentially. Let's see if Level Up can find any openings. BKB now available on the Hawk. He did disassemble Echo Saber, go back into it. Now chasing, and that level 20 talent on Sven, that's the big one. Plus the shard, so extra 10 Warcry armor, extra 6 coming out from the shard, and also being undispellable. There aren't anything, there's not an ability in this game that can dispel the Warcry armor with, but it's just that like extra.
Oh, look at the Hawk's way. Jetpack into the hook shot, and they're gonna push him with the cogs. Now they've got the Abyssal Blade, but relocate out. Well done by Sweet and Strong.
His positioning has been top tier this game.
They're still gonna find him on the relocate back, and nobody's gonna be there to help him, so he's dead.
Managing to bail like really good targets from the fight that are supposed to die. And let's see what Nigma Galaxy can get out of this one. Doesn't seem like they're gonna, the way they're playing, doesn't seem like they want to risk anything, so probably gonna wait for Roche, maybe get some poke damage, maybe find an opening. Lorinov has Shield Rune available, makes him super tanky.
Just has to be careful. You don't want to lose anything more than Sweet and Strong at the moment. Hawk, I think, maybe might sit back further on the map after getting ganked like that, especially when he doesn't have Sweet and Strong available to him. So, they'll go for Tormentor. Grab themselves another shard. This one's going to be on the Primal Beast, activating that rock throw, which has a huge range, by the way. Like, you can really toss it. Dinosaur's got strength.
He also picked up the Aghanim Scepter, so we'll have that potential break available. Yeah. But there's going to be a lot of rocks running around.
It's going to be a rocky trail. We'll have to see who traverses it better. But it looks like both teams, yeah, of course, waiting for this Roche, and the timer is going to be 1 minute and 14, so it does allow Level Up to at least set and know that they want to go for this. But I truthfully don't think they can give up this third Roche for free. They're just down too much, and we saw what they were able to do with the Aegis. Like, Chad's just free to go up into the high ground and take buildings.
You gotta contest this.
So they're smoked up. Looking for a fight.
Again, vision from Dire.
They'll go in, and they've got the stun charging up on Shad. There's the Abyssal Blade from the Alchemist onto Lorinov. They've got the relocate out. Omi's in. Now they're going to jump and use that onslaught to get some distance between them and the side of Nigma Galaxy. The fight disengages. Let's see, as they are setting up to go back in, and they will go and throw that breakout with the uproar. They've got the silence on Naomi. Exorcism, I mean, the timing is going to be used, and Exantic's only got about a fourth of the duration left. Everybody's still up on the side on Level Up. Roche is up in 5.
Exo's going to be down, so let's see. Only he feels pretty confident being the front line, understanding that when it comes down to damage, they don't have this explosive damage other than Alchemist blinking in, but it's still like not enough to bring Primal Beast with 4.5k HP from 100 to 0.
Resetting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rocket Flare, Silver Edge. Hesitant to go straight for Roche from Level Up. There's the Beastmaster. His smoke's broken, but they immediately throw the Lotus Orb on him.
Radiant's middle tower.
He'll back away. Level Up, they might need to start doing Roche to force the hand of Nigma Galaxy, but they're losing a tier 4 tower. There's a double catapult wave on the tier 4.
It's going to be a good amount of damage like this.
Oh, for sure.
Tier 4 is going to die most definitely, so now they're waiting for an opportunity to jump.
Now they're going to jump in. Shad goes forward. They've got the stun charge up. They got to get Hawk out of this one, but the hook shot comes in. They've got the relocate coming out from Sweden Strong. Now the global silence is there for Milan. BKB's bot pile Lorn off. Aegis on the check. Oh, Shad snatches it. They've got the overgrowth. Refresher Shard's going to be picked up here by the Hawk, though. He's getting quite low. They get the kill into Kalis. He's going to buy back and come back into the fight. They've got the break coming out from the uproar from
Relocated him out.
But now trying to onslaught away. They get the Aegis into the hands of this Alchemist.
Refresher is available on the Hawk for a BKB.
Yeah, he'll have that Refresher. He'll pop it. Goes to this BKB. They get the kill on a Sweden Strong. He'll throw that stun over on a Shad. But now they've got this throw over on a Dahak, and they'll get that kill on the Sven. And it is Nigma Galaxy that come out ahead.
So they picked up the Aegis. Shad snatches it. That Prophet gets the cheese. Refresher has already been used. Like, this fight was very awkward because Sven, he dealt like a lot of damage in that fight, but he also got relocated out of the fight, which saved him. But also without Sven, you don't have enough damage.
So now with this Aegis, like I said, they're able to just walk Shad up. With no Dahak either, I mean, they want to force his buyback, though. Go to the Pulverize. Ball lightning in. Lotus Orbs reflecting. Do they have the damage? Dahak still not buying back. The bashes are coming through into Omi. He may not make it out of this. He's forced to buy back. Dahak still not buying back, but this tier 3 tower up top is gone.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
He might need to use this buyback because 30 seconds, it's a long time. They jumped him again.
Abyssal, Milan, Ogre Seal, Totem, but not going to be enough. And Xantix right clicks are in. They'll lose the top set of racks.
Radiant's top barracks is falling.
So now just one set remaining, one tier 3. But 10 seconds is enough time. If they really wanted to force the issue, they could, but Nigma Galaxy deciding to retreat.
The Hawk saving his buyback, but he knows that if he uses buyback there and they lose a fight, the game is just over. So saving the buyback for maybe another fight, but it's going to be difficult. Like, finally, you can see Nigma Galaxy coming onto the high ground, like going 5-man strong, like the damage of their lineup tying up together. Everything's like these Lotuses, 3 Lotus Orbs on their side to dispel all of these things. If Sven decides to jump post BKB, he will get stunned of his own. Extra armor, AC on the Alchemist, and even overwhelming blink, which makes things much more difficult for Sven to get the jump going. Because right now it deals, this has been the newest addition to the item.
Right.
It deals damage over time for 6 seconds, so you can't blink. You need to pop a BKB and then maybe blink, but this is not what you want to do, you know, waste a couple of seconds of a BKB just to get the jump. And it's a massive AoE on this overwhelming blink.
Yeah, you said it's 6 seconds of damage. His BKB is only 7 seconds at the moment, so I mean, if it's popped already, like, he's in trouble. That's going to be a big issue. 27,000 net worth lead. Also, MKB is going to be picked up here for Dahak, but, you know, he didn't use the buyback. Now he's not going to have buyback.
That's the correct choice, I would say, because if he goes in, doesn't have BKB, doesn't have God Strength, his buyback is not really worth that much, so invests all of his gold, finds a tier 4 item. Let's see what he's going to be able to get from it. Maybe some Penta. Oof, Ascetic Cap. He probably had some, like, really bad choices.
Yeah. It's a rough one to get. By the way, I've been loving through the core. He's been constantly throwing out these rocket flares to push the waves. And that's what allowed them to get that double catapult bottom. Ball lightning looking for the backlines. Goes to the vortex. It's going to be out of the clockwork.
Where's the follow-up?
They use that Exo. Own me. Locked down for a bit. They go to the Rod of Atos. It's going to be on to Milan. Milan hasn't used the global silence yet. They've got their relocate back towards Xantix, but they're going to lose the center racks. It's looking like it's going to be mega creeps. Pulverize on a Shad, but they're just not breaking through. And he is not getting hit up at all. Stun's going to be reflected. Sweden Strong off to the side as he goes back on the relocate. They've got themselves the hook shot that's going to lock down this IO. They've looked over at Omi. They used the global silence. He uses that uproar, but the damage coming in. They've also got the Hex. They'll get the kill on Omi. The old course finally get a fall, though. He'll buy back. Omi doesn't have it. He died defending top, and he had to use the buyback when Dahaki refused to. So he's there for 90 seconds, and now they're going to overwhelming blink, make that jump. They've got the silence. They've got the control. Ooh, it's Xantix, you know, maybe a little bit too far.
Aggressive force
not far enough for them to get that kill inside of the well. They've got all 5 heroes here. They've got the throne exposed. They use that Abyssal Blade. They'll look for the overgrowth. They've got the control. They should be able to get the kill on Warren off. They'll take out Milan. Milan doesn't have buyback. Down goes the Hawk. He doesn't have buyback either. and it will be Nigma Galaxy taking game number 1 over Level Up.
Yeah, their lineup came together with the first like item timing. This Road of Atos, BKB on Alchemist, Helm of the Overlord on Beastmaster, and